Hello, my name is Isaac Miller. I'll be playing Arthur de Burgh. Mr. Darcy! Hello! I'm looking for anyone at this point.
Excuse me, sir, but that is not your map.
Oh, hello. No. However, I am acquainted with the man who I presume is its owner. I am in fact mid-search for Mr. Darcy at present. I have only just arrived. If you might be kind enough to orient me in his general direction.
If you might be kind enough to introduce yourself. Miss Mary Bennet.
Oh, yes. Hello. Arthur de Burgh. I am a cousin of Darcy's. Distant cousin. Are you a relation?
Sister to Mrs. Elizabeth Darcy, and I fear you've lost my continent.
Your what?
Last night I left off in Australia, but you seemed to upset me in Brazil, and I am quite unprepared for the Amazon.
Oh. Well, watch out for the fish. They bite.
Do they? Have you been to the Great River?
Oh, no. Much like you, I travel on pages and in ink.
Nonetheless, I shall heed your advice and guard my toes.
Well, do pardon me for disrupting your journey.
Fixed.
And were you also reading Mr. Darcy's copy of Lamarck's philosophy? It is quite a stimulation.
It is. And it is my copy, actually, which I find stimulating and disorienting all at once.
As did I. Exactly that combination.
It is the talk of life's drive to greater complexity that most interested me.
And the inheritance of traits? Fascinating.
Indeed. And the bit about giraffes.
The giraffes were quite a surprise, I thought.
As did I. Those giraffes.
And where is Mr. Darcy then?
Oh, I have no idea. Something about horses. He left earlier with Mr. Bingley.
Charles Bingley. I haven't seen him in years. How kind Mr. Darcy is to open his house to friends.
Especially one who married his wife's sister.
Is that right?
Indeed, we are one happy family.
You are? Well, when did you marry?
Oh, no, sir, I did not marry Mr. Bingley. No, that would be my sister Jane. I am very much unattached.
Oh, I am so sorry. You did say Miss Bennet, not Mrs. Bingley. I have a terrible habit with names and not retaining them. Did I offend?
Oh, no, Mr. de Burgh, you simply amuse.
Well, that is the confusion, then. I am not used to doing that.
I should warn you, we are a family that enjoys amusement, especially at such times of year where joy is practically inescapable. My youngest sister Lydia, for example, can be quite hysterical in her quest to remain amused at all times. She will arrive shortly, and she can be quite a beast when she presents herself in full force. Should she attack you?
Oh, my.
The best course of action, much like the bear encounters I've read of, is to remain calm, declare peace, and back slowly away.
Thank you, Miss Bennet. I often find myself quite unprepared for the complexities of people. I do appreciate the primer.
I should not misrepresent my sister. Lydia is thought by many to be delightful and deserves as much kindness and patience as anyone, I suppose.
Darcy, I think... Yes, I think I need your help. I find myself in a state of some kind of upheaval, and I fear I need some guidance of a masculine order.
I will endeavour to help you, sir, though I know not if I belong in that religion. What do you need, Deborah? Is something wrong?
Yes. No. I don't know. I'm rather overcome with a terrible confusion, a rare and strange perplexity of which I know not precisely its origin, yet I can surmise its provenance in part.
What on earth are you talking about? What is the matter, friend?
I think Miss Bennet is the matter.
Miss Bennet?
Yes, I believe it is entirely her fault.
Well, you're talking to the two gentlemen with most and completest knowledge of your particular kind of affliction. Yes, we have suffered as much as you are now, and let me wish you a smoother passage than we had to our Miss Bennet's.
I don't understand.
Well, you do find Miss Bennet to your liking. Is that not the source of your confusion? Yes, I thought you were telling us you admired her.
No. Yes. I don't know. I find myself worried for her.
Worried?
Yes, I worry that she will think me unkind or ungrateful. I worry that she is unhappy or lonely. Or does she prefer to be alone, and my presence is what is making her unhappy? Or perhaps that her sister's loudness is aggravating her, or that I am aggravating her, or that every time I try to speak, I worry that the sound might be too loud, when in fact I think there is no sound at all. Is she well? Is she well right now? How am I to know? You see, it's worry.
Deborah, I do believe what you call worry is, well, for most people, called love. I would have to agree, definitely love.
Is that what it is? It's a rather uncomfortable feeling, isn't it?
Deeply. I rather like it, actually. Yet it can resolve rather nicely if you let it. Once you get beyond the difficulties of courting.
Wait now, gentlemen, wait. Suppose I might in fact admire Miss Bennet in some extreme. How do I proceed? We have only just met. Do I not need years or decades to study and then formalize this feeling?
Decades! Good Lord, man, I knew the moment I saw Mrs. Bingley that I loved her.
And you also knew right away?
Oh, there were early stumbles, but yes, rather quickly.
And how does one confirm that there's something one might feel is also felt by such a someone else?
On occasion, it is remarkably hard to tell. I wish I'd just spoken plainly, and I find you charming, Miss Bennet. Don't you reciprocate? That would have sped the whole thing along, don't you think? Well, it caused the somewhat opposite reaction I was hoping for when I was honest with Miss Darcy. After some clearing up of misunderstanding, all was resolved. I find that if you are worried there might be any confusion, a letter can be useful in clearly expressing your feelings. Or you could just ask her sisters. Write her. Write her the truth of your affection for her, of your interest in her interests. Write her of hope. Hope that you may one day meet as partners. Say the very words you long to hear from her. I would still recommend asking her sisters. Deborah, I am likewise impressed with Miss Mary Bennet, and what I know of her is a young woman of growing confidence and clarity of mind. I see potential in this match. Have faith in yourself and be honest. And ask her sisters.
This is an unexplored area, of which I know so little.
You know how you feel, and you are of excellent skill when it comes to spelling. That is all you need at present. Good evening, Deborah.
Yes. Good evening, gentlemen. And thank you